Let's explore the connection between Islam, the Quran, and the number 666 that some Muslims make. In the Bible we read, "Here is wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 600, threescore and six." Now in the beast YouTube, we understood that Daniel defined beast as a kingdom, and that the lion, bear, leopard beast of Revelation 13 is the seat of the Islamic Empire beast. Now in the Zola Levitt program, Walid Shoebat, former PLO terrorist, now Christian evangelist, said the first time he read the Greek symbol that is translated as 666, he immediately read it as the Arabic character Bismillah, which means in the name of Allah. Now in the below you can see the symbol, the Greek symbol for 666, and the Arabic symbol for Bismillah, or in the name of Allah. This is actually the symbol, and this is the symbol when it's turned and mirrored. Now crossed swords are also a symbol for Islam, so we can see that these crossed swords here, part of the number 666, we may have both Islam and in the name of Allah in the Greek symbol for 666. Now if this seems a stretch, consider that he reads Greek and was raised in Arabic and indoctrinated into the Islamic religion. And when we consider how this Arabic character is stylized, you can see literally hundreds, perhaps thousands of these variations, artistic renditions of this symbol. So you can see that an Arab raised in Islam would immediately recognize it. They even find the symbol in nature, on the sides of fish and on trees. So it would not be a stretch that he would recognize it that way. But let's go on to the submission sect that actually marks the Quran, the Prophet Muhammad, and Islam with the number 666. Here's an example of one of their websites. And this says, "In the name of God, most merciful," and I've excerpted some quotes, but you can see this is the headline of their website, 666. Here's another. "In the name of God, most gracious, most merciful." The message: submission to God alone. Worship God alone. Follow the book of God alone. Quran is the book of God. The Quran is 666. Proof, the primer of the Quran, 666:19. Please visit or Yahoo 66619.org, and you can find many websites that proffer that 666 marks the Quran and Muhammad. In their words, the number 666 is highly publicized all over the world and it is associated with evil and danger. However, it's not what it seems. It was a satanic trick. The trick was to prevent the people approaching the 666. Satan knew that the 666 is the book of God and the people should be kept away from it. According to his plan, he placed a bad image to the number 666. The truth is that this Quran is the 666, the book from the Lord of the universe. The first surah in the Quran, 666, is praise. This surah is the gift of God to us to establish contact with him through our daily prayer. You can search Quran 666 or search Surah 1 to Surah 36 is 666. Now, Muslims can accept or reject that this Islamic sect marks Islam, the Quran, and Muhammad with the number 666. But if you do reject it, you really have to wonder that out of the entire universe of numbers that this computer-generated mathematical gematria could have arrived at, what are the odds that it would wind up being the number 666? But this is just one component of Bible prophecy indicating that the Islamic Empire is a leopard, bear, lion, beast of Revelation 13. We read, here's wisdom, let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. His number is 666. Quoting from the Islamic site, God made his messenger a witness with the letter Qaf and the number 666. So is this Islamic 666 miracle then a warning from God to Christians, Jews, and Muslims as yet another fulfillment of the related prophecy in the book of Revelation now that we find ourselves in Daniel's time of the end? On other YouTubes, I've compared relative verses in the Quran with the Bible. Husbands, love your wives. Your wives are as tilth. Love your enemies and still tear into the hearts of the unbelievers. For God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son. Jews call Hosea a son of God. Christians call Christ a son of God. God's curse be on them. Chapter 13, we learn that the beast goeth into perdition. And we find the nature of that perdition detailed here. And the beast was taken, and with him, now when Daniel defined beasts as kingdoms, he also assigned the masculine gender. And the beast, Islam, was taken, and with him the false prophet Mohammed that wrought miracles. Now, Muhammad never performed a miracle, but when we look at the Greek meaning for this, it simply means a sign, mark, token, that by which a person or thing is distinguished from others and is known. So in the Greek sense, he didn't have to perform a single miracle to qualify under that definition. False prophet that wrought miracles before in which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. And we see Islam marked. It's not about a computer chip or all somebody would have to be is under general anesthesia and have a surgeon implant a chip in him and he'd be condemned to hell according to some of the few had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. The second jihad was financed by the Western world in the image of the first jihad. First jihad nearly conquered the whole known world. The second jihad has 55 countries under its belt as I speak. These both, Islam and the false prophet, were cast alive into the lake of fire burning with brimstone. In chapter 20, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. Brethren, I love Muslims. That's why I don't like Islam. The world is being set up for the greatest tragedy in the history of mankind. Today are 1.5 billion Muslims in the grip of Islam that actually believe they worship God, in spite of the violence they witness around the world. But if we look at an ethnographic view of John's whole world, and when we look at Strong's for world, the inhabited earth, the portion of the earth inhabited by the Greeks in distinction from the lands of the barbarians, the Roman Empire, and all subjects of the empire. Then when we look at John's whole world through this ethnographic view, we find that it's almost entirely Islamic. The whole world wandered after the beast. The whole world is marked by the beast. 666. So Jesus could return today. Zechariah, we learn, in that day I'll make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces, though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it. That sounds more like a headline from today's papers. Please visit Israel in BibleProphecy.com and BeholdTheBeast.com for much more